We don't lack people here on the northern coast, but they are people one meets, not people one cares for. So I bundle my daughters into the car, and with my brother poets go to visit you, brother. Here come your guests, a swarm of strangers and children. But the strangers write verses, the children are daughters like yours. We bed down on mattresses, cots roll up on the floor. Outside, burly old fruit trees in mist and rain. In every room, bundles asleep like larvae. We waken and count our daughters, otherwise nothing happens. You feed them sweet rolls and melon, drive them all to the zoo. Patiently, patiently, ever the father, you answer their questions. Later we eat again, drink, listen to poems. Nothing occurs, though we are aware you have 3 daughters, who last year had 4. But even death becomes part of our ease. Poems, parenthood, sorrow, all we have learned from these, of tenderness, holds us together, in the center of light, entertaining daughters by firelight, with cake and songs. You, my brother, are a good and violent drinker, good at reciting short-line or long-line poems. In time we will lose all our daughters, you and I, be temperate, venerable, content to stay in one place, sending our messages over the mountains and waters. Moonlight, through my gauze curtains, turns them to nets for snaring wild birds, turns them into woven traps, into shrouds. The old, restless grief keeps me awake. I wander around, holding a scarf or shawl. In the muffled moonlight, I wander around, folding it carefully, shaking it out again. Everyone says my old lover is happy. I wish they said he was coming back to me. I hesitate here, my scarf, like a skein of yarn, binding my 2 hands loosely, that would reach for paper and pen. So I memorize these lines, dew on the scarf, dappling my nightdress also. O love long gone, it is raining in our room. So I memorize these lines, without salutation, without close. Now, when he and I meet after all these years, I say to the bitch inside me, don't start growling. He isn't a trespasser any more, just an old acquaintance tipping his hat. My voice says, nice to see you, as the bitch starts to bark hysterically. He isn't an enemy now. Where are your manners, I say, as I say, how are the children? They must be growing up. At a kind word from him, a look like the old days, the bitch changes her tone. She begins to whimper. She wants to snuggle up to him, to cringe. Down, girl, keep your distance, or I'll give you a taste of the choke chain. Fine, I'm just fine, I tell him. She slobbers and grovels. After all, I am her mistress. She is basically loyal. It's just that she remembers how she came running each evening when she heard his step, how she lay at his feet and looked up adoringly, though he was absorbed in his paper, or, bored with her devotion, ordered her to the kitchen until he was ready to play. But the small, careless kindness, when he'd had a good day or a couple of drinks, come back to her now, seem more important than the casual cruelties, the ultimate dismissal. It's nice you are doing so well, I say. He couldn't have taken you with him. You were too demonstrative, too clumsy, not like the well-groomed pets of his new friends. Give my regards to your wife, I say. You gag as I drag you off by the scruff, saying, Goodbye, goodbye, nice to have seen you again. Had the ham bone, had the lentils, got to meat store for the salt pork, got to grocery for the celery, had the onions, had the garlic, borrowed carrots from the neighbor, had the spices, had the parsley, one big kettle I had not got, borrowed pot and lid from landlord. Diced the pork and chopped the celery, chopped the onions, chopped the carrots, chopped the tender index finger, put the knife on the burner, dropped the lentils into kettle, 2 quarts water, 2 cups lentils, afternoon is wearing on. Sauté pork and add the veggies, add the garlic, cook 10 minutes, add 2 lentils, add 2 ham bone, add the bay leaf, cloves in cheesecloth, add the cayenne, got no cayenne, got paprika, salt and pepper, bring to boil, reduce heat, simmer. Did I say that this is summer? Simmer, summer, summer, simmer. Mop the floor and suck the finger, mop the brow with old pot holder. Time is up. Discard the cheesecloth, force the mixture through the food mill, having first discarded ham bone. Add the lean meat from the ham bone. Reheat soup and chop the parsley. Now the sweating night has fallen. Try at last the finished product. Tastes like mud, the finished product. Looks like mud, the finished product. Consistency of mud, the dinner. Was it lentils, Claiborne, me? Flush the dinner down disposal. Say to hell with ham bone, lentils, New York Times recipe. Purchase Campbell's, just add water. Concentrate on poetry. By the shores of Gitchikumi, you can bet the banks were muddy. Not like Isle of Innisfree. The stout poet tiptoes on the lawn, surprisingly limber, in his thick sweater, like a middle-aged burglar. Is the young robin injured? She bends to feed the geese, revealing the neck's white curve below her curled hair. Her husband seems not to watch, but she shimmers in his poem. A hush is on the house, the only noise a fern rustling in a vase. On the porch, the fierce poet is chanting words to himself.